Okay, this recording will show you how to tessellate in two-dimensional geometry with the Notebook software. Okay, first we're going to open up Notebook software, hit I agree so that the program opens. I'm going to label this by using my text key here, and we'll call this two-dimensional tessellation. If you click off of the text and then use the select key, you can resize the font without actually having to highlight it, and just like Word, highlight it and change the font number. You can just simply drag it like it's a picture now, which is the great thing about Notebook software. Okay, I'm going to make a shape. I will make a combination triangle with a rectangle, and I'm going to try my best to size it so that they meet up pretty well there. Now if I use my select key, I can select the picture that I want to move, and if I hold down the control key and use my arrows, I can nudge the object very little at a time so that I line these up. Okay, so this would represent the face of a locker. Locker face. Now I want this to look like one object, so what I'll do is use my select key and highlight all the objects that I want to become one group, and what I'll do is use this down arrow and use the grouping symbol function. You can also use Control G. This time I'll use the click feature here. So now this is one object. Okay, if I wanted to change the colors on this one object, I can do the outline in red and fill it also in red. So now, although I lost my text, at least I have one object that is all in uniform color. Now if I wanted to write over that, I can put text into it. Front of locker. Click off of that, and now I can group that with the object itself. So again, I click, hold, and drag, and this time I'm going to use the Control G feature, and now it's one object and the text will move with it. Okay, so I want to create more than one of these, so I clone it and clone it again, and we will try to fit these together and make them tessellate. Okay, here I'm going to remove this one, and I want to ungroup it for a minute because I don't want front of locker to be there for every shape that I make. So I'm going to ungroup it, which makes this one object and this another object. You also can ungroup the original grouping by ungrouping that, and now you have all these individual shapes and text boxes, and I can erase that one because I don't want it anymore, but I just want to show you how you can re-separate that so you're not you don't have to keep them together. So now I have my original object again. I'm going to group it again just so I can maneuver with it, and now I'm going to clone it and use that as the locker that will go on top. So this is my top locker. I rotated it by using the green arrow, the green circle here. Now I'm going to change the color so that you can see the difference between the top row of lockers and the bottom row of lockers. I just change it to blue so that you can really see how they fit together. Whoops. And once you fit it in there, now I can hit Control D, which gives me a clone of whatever object is selected, and now you can tessellate your figures. I'm going to clone one more of these, and you can see how nicely they fit without spaces. Okay, this one needs to be nudged, so I'm going to hit select it and hit Control, up, left, up, until it fits pretty well there. So there is your two-dimensional tessellation.